Hey everyone, it's Mike. I review nootropics, and during this video, we'll talk about lion's mane for depression. I've been using this nootropic for 5 years, and I'll talk about the benefits for depression, my experience, how to take lion's mane, and some of the side effects. Lion's mane, also known as Hericium arenaceus, is a medicinal mushroom that's been used for centuries in traditional Chinese medicine. It's typically found on trees. Here's what the powder actually looks like. You can see it's this brownish texture. It doesn't really taste that bad. You can also get it in the capsule form. If you were to ask what is the best benefit of taking lion's mane mushroom, I would without question say it's lion's mane's effect on your mood, and it's really strong. I'm talking about bouncing out of bed, being ambitious, being excited about your work, even for students to make you more interested in whatever material you're studying. Because what is depression? Not only is it a bad mood, but you have general worry about things, you have concern, you have bad relationships with yourself, bad relationships with your work, and lion's mane really allows you to be kind of worry-free, not be too attached to the outcome, to know that, yes, it's great if I have a wonderful day, but if I don't, at least I'll learn from that experience. That is pretty much lion's mane. It's like you can kind of see the brighter side of things, and at the same time, you're able to see things with like more depth, almost like another dimension. I find that its benefits with respect to a social context are such that you're way more interested in people. Like, I've had some pretty deep conversations with people as a result of taking lion's mane, whereas I'm in a sales job and really for the most part it's tunnel vision. It's if somebody is not going to lead to a sale and a commission check, why talk to them? Whereas lion's mane is pretty much the opposite, and you're really just embracing the idea of that people are really interesting and there's something different you can learn from everyone. It's somewhat energizing and you feel a lot more courageous to go and talk to people or like approach people. It makes for a good like execution nootropic. So from the time that you come up with an idea to the time that you go execute, that's where lion's mane is really good, because you seem to keep yourself busy and keep yourself energized and focused at the same time. There's multiple studies showing that it's effective in like reducing anxiety, reducing cognitive decline. What they were able to demonstrate with the use of lion's mane is that lion's mane did help depressive symptoms, making it a good alternative or perhaps complementary supplement to antidepressant medication. And this is absolutely fascinating because it was a well-done study. What happened was, for 4 weeks, 30 females either had cookies containing lion's mane or placebo cookies. And what they concluded after 4 weeks was that there was increased concentration, lower irritability, and lower anxiety. While at the same time, I kind of noticed with respect to cognition, my memory was better, I was more likely to meet people. So it's not even like it improves depression, it's like it makes life interesting, because suddenly you're embracing this mindset that life is a daring adventure and there really are endless opportunities. So how lion's mane interested me was I was looking for something that would help me to cope with the level of stress that I was getting, particularly when it came to business. And one of the first signs that you can tell lion's mane is working is that you should feel like this mild reduction in anxiety. But I would say it probably took me about 2 weeks, and then after 2 weeks, it was really clear it was working. I knew that something was different. It became very easy to suddenly get in the zone on demand. I'm talking picking up a book and just being immersed into it. And what makes this mushroom unique is not only will you find it in supplement form, in capsule, but the mushroom is edible as well. The mechanism of action of which lion's mane works with depression isn't entirely understood. Some researchers believe it's due to the anti-inflammatory effect, whereas some researchers attribute lion's mane's benefits on depression to its ability to increase nerve growth factor, also known as NGF. Nerve growth factor, it doesn't just protect older brain cells from dying off, but it also promotes the formation of new brain cells, which can profoundly affect anybody taking lion's mane. So researchers, they found that the compounds in lion's mane, they can increase neural outgrowth by 60%. With respect to it helping with mood, I really like this reference on Reddit here, where somebody says, "I rarely find myself irritable, snappy, or unsociable anymore. I'm always up for social contact now." And that's as well been my experience. You're really inviting to meet new people. Here's something as well that's neat. A lot of users report saying it's one of the best nootropics they've used to recover from SSRI-induced damage. What this means is that it's helpful for the category of people that are coming off of antidepressants. Usually when somebody is on a prescription medication for a number of years, when they get off of it, they experience side effects, which are usually a worse mood, sometimes slower thinking, or inability to being sharp on your feet. With lion's mane, we're seeing a lot of good anecdotes of people being able to kind of adjust more to their normal self once coming off of an antidepressant medication. Let's talk about how to take lion's mane. The lion's mane dosage recommendations typically range from 500 milligrams to to 3 grams during the day. But no, there are so many different ways of taking it. There's the edible mushroom like I referenced, there's the extract, and then there's the dual extract. I also have the very famous lion's mane coffee. This is by 4 Sigmatic. This is the mushroom elixir mix with lion's mane. But the way in which I prefer taking it is the lion's mane 8-to-1 mushroom extract. As you can see, it's a very small bottle. This is pretty potent stuff. Again, I've tried a number of different types of lion's mane over the years, and this is the best specifically for depression, for mood. Here's what the powder actually looks like. You can see it's this brownish texture. It doesn't really taste that bad. You can also get it in the capsule form. I prefer taking it 3 times a day because I'm using it for mood, and I noticed with lion's mane I get this like nice short-term mood uplifting effect. It seems to wipe my stress away. It seems to as well help my concentration a little bit. So the way in which I'm using the lion's mane 8-to-1 mushroom extract is taking 300 milligrams 3 times a day. I see a lot of people go wrong by taking a dose like 500 milligrams almost once a day. Sure, if it's working, then great, keep it up. But for most people, taking it just once a day isn't enough. Some users of lion's mane report having good experiences from taking it once in the morning and then once just before bed. I'm somebody that I just don't like taking nootropics before bed. Like, there's a few, of course, like zinc, magnesium. I like tribulus and vitamin D. But for the most part, when it comes to nootropics, I'm very sensitive and I don't want to take anything that's like slightly stimulating. Plus, it's nice feeling like my normal self for at least a couple hours during the day. A lot of you have asked about the differences between the 8-to-1 extract and the 1-to-1 lion's mane mushroom extract. The lion's mane 8-to-1 is extracted with both ethanol and water, whereas the 1-to-1 lion's mane, the extraction process only uses hot water. Extracting with both ethanol and water results in a more ethanol-soluble compound. However, this means that with the 8-to-1, you actually lose the immune-regulating and general health-boosting water-soluble compounds. So the 8-to-1 lion's mane is more potent. It has a lot more cognition-enhancing effects than the 1-to-1 lion's mane extract, especially when it comes to lion's mane helping with anxiety and lion's mane helping with depression. Although what's neat is the dosage listed on both labels is the same. If you were to ask about the side effects, none you should really be too concerned about. Some users experience having very intense and frightening dreams, very vivid dreams that they can remember. And I don't mean that in a good way. However, I've not found that to be the case with the 8-to-1 lion's mane mushroom extract. Some users of lion's mane also report that they experience feeling a little bit of demotivation. They feel more tired, a little bit more relaxed than they typically would. Very similar to taking too much ashwagandha. So if you're experiencing that, I would recommend you either try taking a different type of lion's mane or consider a different dosage protocol. And then besides that, some users do report that they feel a little bit of sexual withdrawal, not much interest in their partner, unfortunately. However, this hasn't been the case for me. I've not really found that lion's mane has affected me adversely. I've only gotten benefits from it when it comes to mood boost, feeling sharper, and having a better relationship with myself and my work. And I really hope you found this information helpful. If you want to learn more about how you can better yourself through nootropics, I would highly recommend that you click the subscribe button, and I will look forward to seeing you all next time. Take care, guys.